What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Cevo Season 5 matchup here between number 6 SapphireColonna.com and number 9th place JustusPro. Here on DE Inferno, this is a rescheduled match from week 4. Finally going to get it played here tonight, and boy do we have a bunch of matches for you tonight. This is the first one up on the dock, but we've got matches coming up like, let's see here, see all the matches for tonight. We got Cloud9 versus Global Gaming. We've got iBuyPower versus Area 51, and then the finale of the night for me, iBuyPower versus Cloud9. It's going to be a good night, so I'm going to try to get all these games casted and up on my YouTube channel. It should be a good one, but first let's talk about SKDC and JustusPro. Recently, JustusPro hasn't been looking too hot. They had a loss to Savage 16-11 on Dust 2, and then before that they had a loss to Vex, also on Dust 2, 16-14. Again, Justus keeping it close, like always. That's just what we come to expect from them so far. Losses, but close losses. SKDC, on the other hand, has been looking really strong lately. They're actually one place behind Elevate, who is in 5th place in Cevo. And they're pretty much locked into that spot. But if Justus wins tonight, they move themselves within one game of tying Vex Esports in the standings, but Justus is pretty much locked into 9th place right now. This is their last game of the season, so the best they could hope for is a tie with Vex, in which Vex still holds the tiebreaker, so they're pretty much locked into 9th place. For SKDC, they're pretty much locked into 6th place. They really can't do much anymore. They're pretty much locked into that. So it's still a good game though regardless, and we'll see what happens. Actually, no, that's not 100% true. If SKDC win out the rest of the games for the season, they have 3 games left. If they win them out and Elevate loses out the rest of the season, then they actually can pull ahead of Elevate and get that 5th spot in Cevo. And it actually will all come down to that last game because SKDC does play Elevate in the final game of the season. So SKDC, if they win out from here, they have a chance of getting into that 5th spot and possibly knocking out Elevate. But Elevate, it's not, I mean, of course it's not going to be a walk in the park for Elevate though, because they have to play Netcode and Lunatic as their 2 games before they play SKDC for the final game there. So 100% doable for SKDC to take the 5th spot, and we'll see if they're able to do it. Of course, on Inferno though, SKDC beat Make War Not Love 16-11 on that map, but Justus, on the other hand, lost to iBuyPower 16-9. Now you might be thinking, but they lost. Getting 9 rounds on iBuyPower, in my opinion, is a little bit better than winning against Make War Not Love. So we'll see what Justus has in store for us on this. 9 rounds against iBuyPower is a pretty good feat. That's more than Cloud9 did in their last matchup against iBuyPower, so I guess we'll see. And with that, we should be able to just go right into the game. Go ahead and turn that off and we can get right into it. Players to watch for me as we go into this knife round, because knife rounds aren't really that important. Again, Inferno is CT sided, but it's pretty even. It's one of the most even maps in the pool here, other than probably Season, I would say. So we'll see which team is going to get the side that they want to choose. But in the meantime, players to watch for Justus, I would say Planks. Planks is not someone that's talked about a lot on JustusPro because he's not the main opper, he's not their top fragger, but he's one of their players on the team that is kind of up and down. He sometimes will have really good games when they win, and which is not very often, and they'll have really not so good games when they lose. Planks is just one of those guys. He's a good rifler, he has good game sense, and he had a pretty poor performance in their last game, so I'm expecting him to really come out here and show what he's made of in this matchup. And of course for SKDC, for me, I'm going to choose Els. He's not someone that's talked about a lot either for SKDC, but he's also a really good fragger. He's consistent, he's got a great shot, he performed very well in their in their win over iBuyPower, which went to overtime. And I'm going to say they're going to need him to play pretty well if they're going to want to take this win over JustusPro. So, going into the pistol round, we see JustusPro on the CT side, SapphireKelowna.com opting for the T side. And we'll see what kind of pistol strat this team has in store for us as we watch the breakouts. Again, on this side, one of the most important things for me on this map is getting control of brackets, which is this area right here. Brackets for me is one of the most important parts, and they're actually going app control right now. First one out is going to be Wabbit, and he is going to take control of A. And as they walk in, there are two members in the site, though. AGM is waiting. PTR with the first frag, and AGM getting a frag on L's. So now it's a 3v4, and PTR cleaning up right now. PTR with two more frags. He is fragging out of his mind right now. PTR looking for the last one. He takes off the knife and gets slowed down by Tovu. Tovu saving himself from embarrassment there. PTR picks up the 3K, almost got the knife for the last frag. You see a frowny face from PTR. He wanted that cash, but he wasn't able to get it. So, interesting pistol round from Sapphire. What they decided to do was send 4 men up the apartments to check this spot. There was nobody there, so instead they just all ran out of here while they had one man, smoke off the left side of mid, the arch side, and they all just ran up that way. And it was a decent strat, but Justus had an idea of what was going on, and they stacked a couple members. Oh, I gotta turn that down a little bit. They stacked a couple members in the A site, and they pretty much just set up a crossfire. AGM was waiting behind the box. PTR was waiting behind the back site box, and PTR was able to just get nice, easy frags on the members of SKDC that were coming in. As Planks opens up the frags, and now we see Char just waiting at long here, and it's already a 3v5. So we'll see if Sapphire can drop any more guns off of this. We see 2 SMGs in the hands of Justus, no M4s. That's a little interesting. First one they're going to see any action, though, is going to be Elige, and he's going to spot Char as he walks in. The MP7 comes out from Flocky, and Elige and Flocky defend the B bomb site. 2K for Elige, cleaning up the eco round. We see 4 kills for PTR as they go into another eco round. Actually, Sapphire forcing it. They didn't get the plant on the first or second round. And they're going with 2 Galils. Wait, what's going on right now? I saw some guns. Okay, so 3 Galils and 1 AK. Char just gonna save. And we see Flocky actually the first one to go down. They peek through the smoke, and Elige is only able to kill 1. So now they're gonna have entry into the B bomb site, as the rest of the members of Justus spray through the smoke trying to pick up some frags, but they're not going to find one. Char going to be the first one to see any action. There's 2 members coming up for him, but Planks with a nice shot. AGM burning over here. We see PTR getting shut down by Ocean, and Ocean's able to take out a few more. And Tovu's able to clean up the rest. So 2K for Planks and a 2K for Tovu. Sapphire Kelowna able to force buy and take that round from JustusPro. Really nice from them. You saw, it was interesting there. They had 1 member playing up here at the top of Banana and 1 member over here by Sandbags. The original smoke came in, but it popped a little bit too late, and by the time it had, one of the members of Justus was already dead. So this left this member here, Elige, trying to get a frag. He did manage to get 1, but not enough, and they were able to just take in the B-bomb site. Of course, they didn't run through that building because that's impossible. That's just me not being able to draw. We see still all these Galils in the hands of Sapphire, and Justus now actually has real guns. So JustusPro certainly has the gun advantage now, but Char opens up the frags onto Flocky again. Now Elige, last one left in the B bomb site. He's just gonna retreat back into the site. It looks like the rest of Sapphire Kelowna wants to hit A. Wabbit waiting in Boiler, the rest of his team sitting outside of mid. And here comes the smokes. Looks like this smoke is going to go all the way to library, and one for arches. So we see them about to push out here. Wabbit and crew about to come in. Char able to get the first frag. They're looking towards pit, and there is one member there. That's Planks, but he sees a member coming out of apartments, or at least throwing nades. He spots the head, but he falls right as it happens. So now he's in a very bad spot. He's completely surrounded right now, and he goes down. PTR gonna check his corners, but Char actually takes him down. PTR knows where he is, though. And he is just gonna back out of here. PTR gonna run for his life. But he might run into Wabbit here. Actually, PTR is gonna hold on top of the green, so he's gonna have to get himself a double kill if he wants to get out of this one alive. Takes down one, but he drops him down to 5 HP. And he's not able to survive Char. So Sapphire Kelowna now tie up the score at 2-2. I really like the smokes coming out of Sapphire on that A take. You saw what they did was they smoked off the arches, they smoked off library, and they also smoked off boiler. And they just all walked up this side. They were able to pick up a frag over here at arches, and there was only one member left in pit, so they all kind of just collapsed on him, and he went down. That pretty much gave him A control. As they tried to retake from arches, he immediately goes down. PTR by himself just opts to save over here. So it was a good round. Nice smokes from Sapphire and good opening frags from them in order to get entry into the A site and getting the frags on the people who are coming in to try to retake it. So good round there from Sapphire with not the best guns. Remember, those guys had Galeals, so a couple of shots traded down mid, and we see 4 members here actually in the A bomb site. Only one member, that's JustusPro, JustusPro's Flocky in the B bomb site on this eco round. So Justus looking for the gamble. We see the rest of the members starting to rotate over towards B. Char going to be the first one in. Checking the site, but they're actually going through CT. There's a couple members here though, and he goes down. So there is actually, it's all a fake. It's all a ruse. Sapphire send one man and a couple of smokes into the B bomb site, but in the meantime, the bomb just goes over towards A. So now Elige about to walk into the library and takes down Tovu, but he goes down to L's. And now there's only one member left, that's AGM. He does have a gun, so he's going to try to save it here. And he's about to walk into Ocean, but he didn't have head armor, so the recoil not able to allow him to land any shots on the Ocean, and he goes down. 3-2 now for SK. As I fumble around with my camera movements. We see the buy here coming in from JustusPro. Now, look at their economy. If they lose this round, they're probably going to have to double save, depending on how bad it goes. But they're not looking too strong right now. They're probably going to have to save at least once, for sure, after this round. So we'll see what they're going to do. Justus going for an apartments take. They have 2 members up here, and actually Wabbit is able to take down AGM and now spraying through the wall, seeing if he can find anybody else, but he's not going to be able to. But that opens up the round. Sapphire now has the man advantage, and they're looking at B. But there are the counter smokes from JustusPro. Elige is the only member in sight right now, with Flocky waiting over at arches. But as soon as this smoke clears, actually he has another one. So another good smoke there. It's going to delay SKDC more. And now Flocky should realize what's going on. They walk out backwards, but Elige is completely blind. He still manages to take one. But now Flocky's walking around the corner doing huge work. 3K for Flocky, not able to pick up the last one. But PTR gets taken down by Char. Char, last member left, 7 HP. Bombed down over by Banana, so he's going to have to cross. Now it's going to be pretty dangerous if he crosses. But Planks might have seen the side of his body there. I'm not 100% sure. There's the Molotov and the nade. He's got the bomb into sight, but only 7 HP. He almost died from that, but he's going to get the bomb down. So now Planks with 56 HP in a duel with Char with 7. And Char is able to pick up the 3K and the round. Char with the heroics. Flocky did everything he could on that push. Managed to pick up 3 frags, Not able to get the last one on a Char as Char picks up 3 headshots in the round for his team. Char really bailing his team out on that one. And that's going to give them their 4th round in this match. And it's going to force JustusPro onto another eco round. But we see 3 members here for JustusPro stacked up on Banana. And they're just going to hold this tight angle. Just waiting to see if any of the members of Sapphire decide to go in. They actually flash themselves in. There are 2 members here, but Char and Tovu combined for a bunch of frags. AGM able to take out Tovu, but Char able to take him out. 2K for Char on the top of his 3K clutch last round. He gets the idea that there might be one member here, and he's right. It's Flocky, and he takes Flocky down. So now PTR, last one left over at the A bomb site. As the rest of his team with the bomb slowly work their way over towards B right as we speak. PTR gonna see if he can drop any more guns out of the hands of Sapphire. You saw the push right there. They opted to stack 3 people right here. They had 1 member in the back that flashed over, but SKDC was holding pretty passively. 1 over here at logs and 1 over here underneath the little awning area. So that flash when they came in didn't blind them enough, so they ended up just getting sacked all over here by Car. So it was a good try. If Sapphire had been a little bit closer, then it probably would have worked out really well for Justus. And instead, they just got mowed down in the Banana. We'll see what they can do this round, though, because they do have guns, and PTR is going to op mid with his op. Op mid with his op. I don't think I've ever said something so redundant in my entire life. You see the smoke at mid. Wabbit walking backwards through the smoke. The first one's going to get action here. His AGM. His 2 members walk out in front of him. He's only able to take out 1. And now Planks is going to molly himself off for his own protection. PTR is able to pick up a nice shot, and he picks up another one. There's 1 more member here. He takes a little bit of damage. That's Ocean. But he's got members coming on both sides of him, and he goes down to Elige. Good round there from JustusPro. They were able to deny the push. You saw the smoke. It landed right here. It just smoked off this entire area of mid. Elige was standing right over here by Boiler, so when the smoke came in, or when the flash, excuse me, came in, it blinded him enough, but he was able to pick up 1 frag. The other one fragged him from the side. 2 or 3 members pushed up arches as this got smoked off. PTR was able to take out 2 members right in here, and then the flanking members from B were able to take out the last member over by arches. So, still a buy round though, as we see some shots going through the smoke over by Banana, and we see Sapphire just holding really passively. We see a 2-1-2 here from Sapphire, 2 in Banana, 1 in mid, 2 over in the alternate mid area. But now we're starting to see some stack over towards the bomb or the Banana. 4 members over here, but the smoke again is going to delay SK's push. And now that they hear all the gunshots, JustusPro is going to fall back into the site now that they are completely out of smokes and Alicia's on low HP. We see Els just kind of waiting over here in apartments, seeing if anybody pushes out, and now SK is rotating back towards mid, so only 2 members here in A. But that doesn't matter. Sapphire just changing their minds once again and going towards B. There are the flashes over towards Car, and now they're going to slowly walk up, seeing if they can get any frags. Char spots the first one. Tovu is actually going towards CT. And now we see Char made his way all the way into the site. There's 1 member here. That's Alicia. He's now blind. Only 7 HP. He's able to take down Ocean. Still 7 HP. Finally gets the reload, but he goes down. Now it's Char and Wabbit left in the site. And we see a big flank right now happening as both members go down. But Els is in good position to pick up a couple of frags. He's able to pick up 2. But the bomb is defused. Els not able to get in a position to where he could see the bomb plant. And JustusPro is able to take that round. SKDC, not a lot of money. They did save the AK on Els, and he's going to just throw it out into the middle of the pit. And they are just buying whatever they can. 4 AKs and 1 Deagle. Ocean and Els the only ones with nades. Tovu has a nice stack of nades as well. And we see some Banana aggression here, holding it very closely is Elige and Flocky. But, well, it might not actually be for nothing, as we see Char starting to move up close here, trying to feel out Banana, seeing if he can spot anybody. And if he walks out over towards Car, he's going to be met with a little bit of a surprise. Wabbit, gonna try to get into apartments and clear this all out. Checking in bedroom. We see 3 members of Sapphire starting to work up Banana. So, what I think Sapphire needs to do is, JustusPro likes to use their nades in front of this and play Banana really aggressively. After all their smokes are gone, I think Elige actually still has one. They need to actually just slowly walk in to B and get the first pick and then smoke off CT. Because look, here comes the counter smokes now. And Tovu immediately the first one to go down to Flocky. Flocky looking to get some return frags. Elige picks up 2 more. And now there's only 1 member left, that's Els. He's over by by Car and he gets taken down by AGM. So what I was saying is, they're always playing so passively over at B. They play 1 member over at Spools, 1 member behind the site. If they walk in and are able to take out this member and then smoke off here, they're not going to have to worry about running through a counter smoke or counter Molotovs from the JustusPro team. So if they walk in and are able to get that first pick, they can take B a lot easier than they have been throughout this match. They give JustusPro enough time to take the right countermeasures to stop them in their tracks, and now Sapphire having to save again. PTR are going to be the first one that sees some action, but he's scared. He flashes himself and runs back through arches. But now Elige with the flank is able to take down 1. The other one runs into the smoke though. Now AGM in the smoke just hiding. L is able to pick up a frag on the plank, so he secures himself a gun over in pit, but Elige picks up 2 frags of his own over by library. Els getting another frag, so that's a 2k on the Alpha for Els, but the bomb is kind of stuck over here. Wabbit flashing, trying to go get the bomb, picks up for a second, but goes down. And then Flocky is able to end the round there with a frag on Els. So JustusPro going up 6-5 now. And we'll see what Sapphire is able to do with guns here. Again, CT is the more favored side on Inferno. And JustusPro doesn't want to give up too many more rounds to SKDC. On a map like this, you want to kind of... A good score for CT would be like 11-4, 10-5. A bad score on CT is probably 9-6. You really don't want to give 9-6. It's not the end of the world if you do, but it's definitely not something you want to do, as Tovu eats the first frag and Char is able to get a frag in at AGM in mid, so kind of equalizes the situation there. Looks like Sapphire wants to hit A. They have 2 members over in apartments and 2 members in mid. But the members of JustusPro are playing playing A pretty defensively in the very back of site and pit. But here comes Char. First one in, gonna wait for the small top, but PTR is able to take out Char. And now there are 2 members pushing in behind him. Planks able to see that there's 1 member over in the apartments, but now PTR knows that he's getting shot from his left too. Takes a shot, is not able to hit Wabbit. And Els is able to pick up 1 more member in pit, so now it's a 2v3 retake for JustusPro. Flocky spotting 1 mid, but he goes down, and Wabbit able to also take down Elige. So 6-6 now. Sapphire Kelowna getting another round. JustusPro really needs to win out these last 2 rounds and make it a 9-6. If they drop too many more rounds here for the terrorist side, it's not looking good for them going in playing on the terrorist side next half. I just realized I didn't have X-ray on. Whoops. Sorry about that. We see a couple shots exchanged over at Banana, but no harm done. Nobody going down. There's only 1 member here from JustusPro playing in the A bomb side. That's PTR with a Zop. Flocky able to pick up a frag onto Char, who is boosted on top of the logs. PTR gonna smoke off B and then run back. And also a smoke coming in for mid. So we gotta see what Sapphire's gonna do. It's 5v4, so they all gotta push one site. It looks like the site they chose is gonna be B. But there's the smoke again. Now, as soon as the smoke clears, it should be about 30 seconds left in the round. And that's when they're gonna make their move. Elige waiting for the push. Wabbit gonna be the man that's gonna be looking for the frags here. There's the smoke. And there is the first frag for Elige. Flocky picks up another one. He's looking for more. Wabbit with a nice entry frag on the Flocky. That leaves Elige alone in the site. Wabbit looking for him, but he's not able to hit the shot. Down to 21 HP. He's gonna go ahead and reload now. As we see more members having fights, AGM takes down Ocean, looking for Wabbit. Planks takes out him. So easy retake for JustusPro, only dropping one member on the take. That was Flocky.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
And Elige playing that extremely smart. When the push came in, they saw the smoke off of CT. Elige was able to pick up the first frag here, but then who was that? It was Flocky, I believe, got fragged over here by Dark Spot. And as soon as that happened, he peeked out, tried to get one more frag over here. He was not able to get it, so he rotated back into Concrete to give his team time to rotate in. AGM rotated from Banana, 2 more members rotated in from A. One member tried to push him and he took him low, but he didn't force this fight and didn't go down. If he goes down, they lose all their pressure over here in the Concrete part of the map. And we see JustusPro starting out with a frag. AGM getting the first one, but they're not able to get all of them. PTR spotting one, and he's going to go ahead and molly in case they decide to run through that smoke. So now an even 4-4. Coming in on Inferno. PTR going to re-smoke off mid and fall back into the site. We see Plank spotting L's over here in apartments, trading some shots, but nobody, or actually L's takes 10 damage out of that, so not the end of the world. PTR though, spots some members coming in, is able to spot one through the crack. No scope on the Tovu. Nice shot from PTR, but there's one member to his side and he doesn't realize it. L's over here in the pit, shooting at shots at Flocky. He's able to take him out. So now that leaves just Elige on his own in a 1v2. One member in pit, one member on the bomb. And Elige knows it. He spots L's jumping over at pit. Elige is thinking that was a flashbang. He had a chance to take down Ocean. He walks in sight and takes him down. So now he's in a one-on-one with L's. L's with a lot of HP though. He's going to have to land a nice headshot for this one. And L's takes him out before it's possible. Grabs the op for his teammates. And ties it up 7-7. So good round there from SapphireKelowna.com. PTR with a nice hold though. Able to take down 2 members as they rush into side, including a no-scope. But didn't hear Ocean walk up to his right and take him out. And now JustusPro buying whatever they can. They weren't able to fully buy up. And now we see AGM is the one with the op. And he's opping Banana. He takes down Wabbit and he's going to go ahead and back out of here. Flocky playing in sandbags. 3 members here we see over at B. Now there's only 2. As we see PTR smoke himself out and ran all the way up here into benches, but he gets spotted out by Ocean. Ocean with a nice spray through the smoke. Game sense that PTR would do that and go over to bench. He definitely didn't see him walk through that. So good spray there to even up the game back to a 4-on-4. This is what happened last time. And it looks like the exact same strat is going to happen with Char peeking over here onto the right bracket on truck side. Seeing if he can spot any members of JustusPro, but there is nobody over there. L's smoking himself off, getting a little bit of spam from Planks. And Planks, if he peeks this right side, he's dead. Actually, no, there was a flashbang. He's going to go ahead and flash over the 3 members here, but he goes down. And we see the flank from Flocky. He's about to walk into 2 members, takes down one. Spots Char at default. He goes back into sight, though. So now we see AGM just keeping an eye on pit. Flocky's going to make his way through apartments, but we see L's trying to take some shots over at Elige, but Flocky's able to take him out. And now he spots Char through the smoke. That's AGM shoots him in the dome, and they're going to get the defuse. That's JustusPro going to take the half, 8-7. So, not terrible for JustusPro. Sapphire Kelowna is a really good team, so going 8-7 against them on the more favored side, at least you come out of the half ahead. But now, putting Sapphire Kelowna on the CT side, on Inferno, JustusPro really needs this pistol round. If they get this pistol round, that's going to put them at about 10 rounds, depending on how the defensives go from Sapphire. Hopefully they can get 11 out of it. They should get 11. But CZs on the CT side are pretty scary, so we'll see what happens as we work our way into the second half here. Just waiting for Char to ready up and we'll get this thing going. You saw one of the problems for Sapphire on the map whenever they tried to push into the B site is they would give the CTs in B too much notice that they were coming, and as soon as they did, they would smoke here, and that would force the Ts, if they didn't want to waste all the nades that they just spent throwing into the B site, to run through this smoke. And when you do that, all you have to do is put a member here and a member at spools, and as soon as they walk through the smoke, a bunch of frags are just going to happen in this area. So I think the best thing to do, the best way to go into this kind of a map is to either smoke off the entirety of B site and then work your way through to CT and through concrete, or to not smoke anything at all and just slowly walk in and try to get the opening frag with an op or something like that. I think that's probably some of the best ways to take B site, unless you know they're out of smokes. If they are 100% out of smokes and you know that for sure, then you can execute it normally. But if they do have a smoke, you're just wasting a lot of nades, and you're just gonna get a return smoke grenade at the choke point right in your face. So, but we'll see what's gonna happen as we're getting ready to start the second half here. It's going live right now. So pistol round now. JustusPro 8-7. Leading on the terrorist side now. Sapphire Kelowna with 7 rounds on the CT side. And we'll see what kind of pistol round Justus has in store for us. We see 3 people over in Banana. Tovu playing it really aggressively. And we actually see Char playing pretty aggressively too, spotting alt mid. And look at JustusPro, they're playing so far back. All of their members pretty much at T-spawn and T-steps. And now they're starting to make their move. Char waiting at mid. He's going to go ahead and back off, but he spots one. That's Flocky. He takes him down. So that's going to make it a 4-on-5. And it looks like that's going to cue the banana push. The smoke's in. Tovu in a good position to spam through the smoke. Is not able to get any frags at all. He goes down. So now Ocean is firing through the smoke, is able to take down one. AGM getting a nice frag in return, though. See Elige watching the cross, and now we see AGM working his way into it, but PTR with 2 very, very nice shots into construction. He's able to take down 2 members of Sapphire. Now it's just Wabbit left. He's working his way into the site. He's going to smoke off the concrete, but PTR is on the boxes, duck peeking Wabbit. Is able to take him out. PTR working on his shift or control key, whichever one he uses for crouch. I use shift, he probably uses control. Regardless, hits that a bunch of times, is able to take down the last remaining member of SapphireKelowna.com, and wins the pistol round for his team. This is what JustusPro needed. Now they should be able to get these next 2 rounds not relatively hard, because, you know, CZs on the CT side, in my opinion, are much better than CZs on the terrorist side. I mean, they're good regardless. But I would say on the CT side, it's a little bit easier to force those close range engagements. See AGM just spotting mid. And we see 4 members here for Sapphire over in the A bomb site. But look at this, PTR with the P90 is able to pick up the 1 member over here at B. And he should be calling this 2's team out now. They should all be rotating towards B, and there's the movement. Char gonna peek down mid, seeing if he can catch any of these guys rotating over towards B. And he's not able to. There is still 1 member here, that's Flocky. And if Char tries to push down mid, he's gonna have pretty easy shots on him. But we see Ocean already over here at Truck in a little bit of a fight with AGM, gonna flash himself out, seeing if he can do any more damage. It looks like he's not able to. He goes down. So now Char with the CZ is gonna look to see if he can get any exit frags here. PTR gonna be the first one around the corner. And he does spot him, and he takes him out. Nice shots from PTR. And we see Wabbit saving because he has a 5.7 and head armor. Doesn't want to waste his head armor. Would rather save it for the next round. Even though he does have $0. But Justus doesn't want to let him get away with this. But they're not able to spot him out. And that's going to be the end of the round. JustusPro winning the anti-eco, going up 10-7 now. And 2 P90s still in the hands of JustusPro. They're probably not going to upgrade this round. They'll probably upgrade the next round. And they didn't have to rebuy. That's one of the important things. Because they didn't have to rebuy, they're all going to be able to upgrade next round and not have to force any pistols or force another rifle buyout on this round. So they're all going to be able to upgrade at the exact same time. PTR should be able to get his hands on an op, even if they were to lose this round. And we see Wabbit doing this boost over here at in the B site. Unfortunately, you are still able to see your leg through this. If a member is walking around the corner, they will see the leg. And PTR is about to spot the legs. But he actually doesn't shoot right away, and he's going to get taken down. Actually, he's still alive. What? Why isn't he dead yet? He's got 28 HP. He's dueling 2 members and is able to take down Char. There is still a member back here, but Wabbit takes him out with a nice headshot. And now Wabbit in the site alone. AGM gonna nade his spot, and he takes him down. So now they're gonna be able to get the bomb plant. Some weird stuff going on there. PTR seeing the leg, but he didn't want to shoot right away. Almost gets taken down because of it. Almost a huge blunder there. L's eating some nade damage, down to 38 HP. He's able to pick up the CZ, but he's only got 9 shots with it. And there's one member here, that's Flocky. But look at this, they're all running away, recognizing that he doesn't have any guns. And the only guns left are in the B bomb site, so they're just gonna leave. And not risk losing any of their guns to a pistol. Don't want to give him a gun, that's for sure. So now, JustusPro doing what they needed to do, winning the pistol and winning the 2 consecutive rounds afterwards to go up 11-7 now. And if they get another round here and force Sapphire onto another save round, they're going to get up to 13 rounds, and that's exactly where Justus wants to be. So this will be a big round here for Justus if they can manage to pull this one out. And we see PTR has got his op. So we'll see what happens. He's going to op mid, but nobody's going to fight him. And we see a standard 2-1-2 here for JustusPro as 2 members work their way into the apartments. Plank's starting to work his way over towards the boiler room here, and we see AGM all the way up at the top of Banana now. Ocean holding pretty passively. Tovu gets blind, AGM peeks, and then just backs off. So he's actually playing the spot. It's actually really nice because when you walk around the corner, you're only going to see Ocean's head. Now that could be a blessing or a curse because you're only given one thing for the other team to aim at. But it gives him a better chance of catching some JustusPro members unsuspecting. It is a pretty common spot though, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna know. They smoke off truck side, and now they're gonna work their way up the arch side. There is one member here though, that's L's, and as they walk around the corner, he's able to take down one, continuing the spray, not able to get planks. And now here comes the flank onto the B bomb side. It's gonna be a sandwich as Flocky here, as the nades come over the top. Planks looking for some frags. He's not able to see one though. Ocean gonna be spotting here, and he actually gets taken down by PTR. This is so bad for Sapphire. Only one member left in the side in dark spot, and they know it. He takes down 2 though. Huge shots from Tovu, and PTR is able to take him out. but not before the damage was done. Now it is a 2 versus 2 as they try to retake the site. Char immediately getting taken out, so now it's a 1v2. Wabbit definitely can do this though. He eats a little bit of a nade, but now they know where he is. Wabbit comes in, is able to take down Planks, and now he's safe from PTR's yacht. Takes some shots, able to hit PTR down to 73, but PTR knows he's there now. He takes out the Glock. This could be bad, and Wabbit is going to clutch it. He doesn't have a kit, though, and I think he has it. Yeah, he definitely has it. Down to 2 HP. PTR and Wabbit going toe-to-toe. And Wabbit is able to clutch out the round with a nice 2K retake. Sapphire saving themselves from having to save again. And now JustusPro is still going to be able to buy, though. And they can hurt their economy pretty badly again. Look at Sapphire Kelowna's money. If they get broken again, it's going to be the same situation. So JustusPro has another shot at busting Sapphire's economy. But Wabbit is going to opt middle. But nobody there is going to fight him. We see 2 members going alt mid, 3 members over here in Banana. Or excuse me, 2 members in Banana, 3 in Apartments. Flocky just fighting to see if anybody was going to peek into the balcony room, but nobody was there because Elige actually cleared that already, and he's already in Boiler. Charge is spotting out Boiler, seeing if he can see anything. We saw some damage on Wabbit. Elige looking to see if he can get any more shots onto him, but Wabbit is playing pretty far back now, just watching Boiler. He gets smoked off, throws in a nade. It's gonna do pretty much nothing, actually. And now L's flashed and smoked out, and there looks like they're heading all through Arch going towards B. Elige gonna be the first one in, and he's gonna be in a little bit of a fight with Ocean hiding over in Construction. If anyone goes in Construction, Ocean's gonna get a frag, and he's able to take down Elige. A little bit of a dangerous battle, though. Tovu able to take out one as well. PTR cleaning up Ocean over in Construction, and PTR getting the second frag on a Tovu. Now Els is gonna try his luck on the retake, just running right through the smoke, but deciding better of it, backing back up. Spots AGM over here, but they don't realize that Planks is hiding right over here in Garden. And if they don't check this spot, he's going to get a couple of frags. Takes down Els, 12 HP on Char, and he's going to take down Char. Now, last member left, Wabbit, he goes down to PTR. PTR going to secure an op for himself and the round, and as well as a save out of Sapphire Kelowna. If any of you watching this video are confused, what the hell is SapphireKelowna.com anyway? It's actually a club that Ocean works at who sponsored the team. So, if you're a little confused and you went to SapphireKelowna.com and you're like, what the hell is this? Yeah, it's just a club that Ocean works at. No big deal. Just sponsoring a CS team. What other dance club can say they sponsor a Counter-Strike team? Probably none of them. You see Planks just trying to clear out those boards. An interesting strategy you can do on this map, actually, is to have a member over here in the, I don't really know what you call this room, but anyway, you can shoot through the window and kind of clear out the boards in here. So if anyone does the jump from the hay bale into this, into the balcony room, you're able to get nice clean vision into the bedroom. Otherwise, you got to be looking through boards, and it's not always the best. But we see Justus starting to work their way over towards the Banana, and there's only one member here. There's one member rotating, that's Ocean, but it's going to be a little bit too late as they work their way into the site. There's one member here, that's Tovu. Tovu's going to have to go huge if he wants to make this any at all worth it. He takes down one, but that's all he's able to get. Ocean with the pistol is not able to do much now. You see AGM just kind of sitting by the smoke. And Sapphire Kelowna probably just going to try to go for some exit kills here, get themselves some guns. Elige asking if they saw you. He must be mad that he died, but no one actually saw Tovu before he died. So Elige is getting a little bit sad for nothing. As we see, Els and Char in a good position to get some frags. They're able to pick up 2. And now, actually, Els goes down. So now Char, last one left, spots PTR at 8 HP, but he's not going to push him. He spots Flocky and shoots him down to 11 HP. Char almost getting a 4K at the end of that eco round, but he was not able to get a gun for himself, and that's the true story. And now the question is Sapphire Kelowna going to force buy here? And it looks like they will. Don't want to give JustusPro that 14th round that easily, wanting to keep the pressure on him. And Sapphire needs to get more rounds here, because if they let JustusPro get to the 14th and 15th round, they might not have given themselves enough time to win the game. See, AGM, I guess, lagged out. No, he's back now. PTR just jumping circles around and waiting for him to come back. Elige playing a little game with Wabbit, trying to get some damage on him. But he's not able to. See AGM working his way up Banana now, getting naded in, but Flocky's able to pick up a couple of frags as Elige peeks out, takes down Char, but he gets taken out by Wabbit through the smoke. And now it's 3v3. 2 members of JustusPro over in Banana. And only one member, that's Wabbit, waiting over at the A site, but now we're going to see the push. Ocean and Tovu are the ones that are going to have to deal with this. Ocean spamming through the smoke, but he's not able to see anyone. Tovu in the site, spots a couple of members, and they are blind, but Tovu's not able to pick up any frags here. Pulls out the pistol. Is trying so desperately hard to kill Planks, and he does. But not before the damage is done. And Sapphire actually pulled that round ahead, so good flanking there from Sapphire. One member coming from CT, the other one from Construction, able to clean up the remaining members of JustusPro. And now Sapphire saved themselves again from putting Justus on that 14th round. And now they are forcing Justus onto a save. Justus wanting to get... They could have forced, but if they did force, they wouldn't be able to afford full nades. And that's really what they want. AGM opening up the frags with a nice one on the Wabbit. And they might be able to jump up there and get that gun. That looks like what they're going to do. Sapphire playing pretty passively back in A site. And here comes Ocean, going to be the one that spots 2 members as they walk around the corner. Able to pick up 2. Elige with 2 frags of his own, though, with the CZ. He's able to secure gun for himself, but he has extremely low HP. Char, underneath the balcony, able to take down 1. Takes another one down extremely low, but he's not able to get the frag. And now Tovu in a 1-on-2, but look at the health on JustusPro. 13-4. And this is 100% doable, but Elige with the headshot on a Tovu. 14-9 now for JustusPro. And Sapphire Kelowna is going to have to save, putting Justus on the 15th round. As long as they don't get ecoed here, JustusPro setting themselves up to finish off this game. The key point in that round was that initial pick that AGM got over at Balcony. That forced the 2 members who were remaining in the A site to play very passively against those pistols, which is what you want to do. But because of that, they were able to walk up Arch side and single out the member who was waiting over here in Arches, get the frag on him, and also get the frag on the guy that was in Library, that was Elige picking up the double kill. And then they knew there was only 1 member left and he had to be in pit or on top of the balcony. So as soon as they did, they singled out this member here, got the frag. That allowed them to get the plant and have good positions when they were pushing in. And now we see just the eco round cleanup from Justus getting the first frag. Looks like they want to push into B. Tovu playing pretty aggressively here on the side, just waiting until he can hear any members of JustusPro walking up, but he's going to go ahead and back up. JustusPro only has 30 seconds left, and they're all going towards Banana. By the time the smoke clears, there's going to be about 20 to 25 seconds, 25 seconds left on the clock. We see very aggressive positionings from Sapphire. So we'll see if these guns can do enough work. Ocean, Tovu opening up with the first frag. Ocean getting the second frag. And now AGM able to clean up the rest of them. Only 2 members left from Sapphire.
Bomb has been planted.
And we'll see what they're able to do as they push into the site here. Wabbit eating some nade damage down to 36 HP. Spots Flocky and takes him out. L's working his way over. He found an AK for himself, and now it's a 2v2. L's looking for some frags here, and actually gets burned down by AGM as he picks up the headshot on the Wabbit as well. 15-9 now. So they were not able to get the save round that they wanted to, but JustusPro actually gonna have a Negev in Alicia's hands. So we'll see what the Negev is gonna do. We see Ocean buying a Nova, Wabbit getting a Mag 7, just be getting whatever they can really for this round. It's not looking good for Sapphire, I can tell you that much. When Alicia has, oh wow, actually taking a lot of damage from the Molly, taking him down to 65 HP. Shouldn't have jumped on that car. That's gonna make his Negev power not the greatest. JustusPro taking this round slow, knowing that they're going to be saving, possibly having shotguns. Don't want to push anything too aggressively. Running into any shotguns and Mag 7s would be a bit unfortunate. And there's the smoke all the way from A. Flocky doing his own thing, working his way over to A. And now we see the one member here, that's Ocean, waiting outside the smoke. And he's in the smoke. There are members right in front of him, 3 of them, and he spots him. He misses the first shot, able to take down 1. But that's all he got out of that. But Sapphire with the cleanup, now it's only PTR left. He picks up the Nova. He's about to walk into L's, and he's able to take him out with a nice headshot. 3K now for PTR. He picks up the AK. There's one member left, and that's Char. He's got 6 HP. PTR, he's got enough time to run back to A? I think he does. It's going to be just barely enough. If Char rotates now, he can stop this in its tracks. But he's not going. PTR is going to get the plant, I believe. 13 seconds left, and he's going to get the plant into default. And now Char working his way over to try to fight PTR. PTR on 46 HP, but PTR is able to get the frag on a Char. And to close out the game for JustusPro. JustusPro, despite the shaky start that they had on the more favored CT side, they were able to string a bunch of rounds together, force SKDC to save a lot on that CT side. And that is really what propelled JustusPro into that victory over SKDC. So this means that with that win, they're able to get one step closer to tying Vex in the standings. As long as Vex loses their next game, they will do just that. So JustusPro with a good win there on Inferno against a team that on paper should be better than them. So good win from JustusPro. Finally able to take a game, and take a game convincingly. It wasn't even that close. It was 16-9. That's a pretty good score for JustusPro compared to what they do on the rest of their games. So good win from JustusPro. But we got more games coming in tonight, guys. Stay tuned to this YouTube channel or any of my Twitch channels or Hitbox channel. And we got more games on the way. So thanks for watching. Keep tuned. We got more games on the way.